All right. Welcome back to another episode of Lambert's Moneymaker Live Underwriting. Today, we're going to be underwriting a couple small multifamily deals in Florida. If you don't know me, my name's Aaron Lambert. I'm a real estate investor. We do fix and flips, and we also focus on co living. Currently, I'm heavy into buying smaller multifamily like 2 to 10 units that we can convert into veteran housing or just a typical co-living pad split model. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We have a couple deals that I've been underwriting and I would like to share with y'all. So let's get into it. What do we got here? Let's see. All right, share my screen. Let's do this. All right. Let's see. I haven't even looked at this deal, honestly. This deal was brought to me by a friend of mine. He's a bird dog for me. He sends me properties probably a couple a week that we underwrite together. And most of them are in, all of them are in Central Florida area. This particular one that we're looking at is in Plant City. Actually, there's two. There's one in Lakeland, which is close to my other property. We'll go ahead and start with that one. Lakeland. So this property is small multifamily. It consists of 13 beds and 9 baths. States it's been on the market. Let's see if we can pull up the actual listing so we could get a better understanding of what's going on with this property. Here we go. 14 days. Okay, so this is apartment, stabilized 8-unit multifamily property located 2.5 acres or 2.2 acres, long-term income. Unit mix, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 4 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and 1 bedroom, 2 baths. Oh, 3. So 3 1-1s, 4 2-1s, and 1 2-2. What kind of income is it? I think we have the rent rolls that we're going to look at. So let's go ahead and put this information on a document. All right, 8 units. Now we got to figure out what the rent is. I have rent rolls. I'll pull up here. Let's see if we can put it on here. So we're at 86.75 total. Is this the same property? Yep. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So this is number 6. Okay. 86.75. So now we have this information. Let's see what is the purchase price they're asking. 900. A little high, in my opinion. Let's check this property out. Wow, a lot of land, and they're all single families, I guess. Okay, that one is pretty bad. So Lakeland is growing, and these are stabilized. So now we just got to see if it makes sense. We don't know if there's any other expenses. We're going to run this as a long term that it already is. It doesn't meet the 1% rule, which out here in Florida, actually, I've been seeing that we can meet the 1% rule on some multifamilies. This one seems to be priced a little high, but that's where we're doing the underwriting, so we know what we can come in and offer. And I'm not sure if it's a creative deal. They do have a loan, 504 loan balance with a 3.5% interest. So we would want to try to keep that. Private shared. All right, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper on the numbers. So we're not going to use this one. I like Lakeland. Well, let's see how much I like it. I just listed my property on Pad Split. So we'll see how good it goes. I already got a tenant in there. It only took 1 day to get it, one tenant, so that was great. Let's go. Let's start over here. We're going to do a traditional because we don't really know what the deal is with this. Traditional, we will have to come in with 20% or more, 25 on these bad boys. 7. I think if we did regular, we could get 7. All right. So taxes and insurance, that's the big ones. So we don't have insurance there. We can go here. Smart calculator. We're going to go taxes and 33801. We don't know what the assessed value is because let me see if it says it right here. You know, the list price is I don't know what the last assessed value was. Let's see. Tax. There we go. Total assessed value in 2024 was 141,000. Huh. But they bought it for 5,504. So let's go with the 2024 taxes. It's going to be low. We do it 900, but Polk County is low. Let's just go with this because I don't know. 6,500. And then insurance. These are single families. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a little compound. It's right across the street from something. All right, so I'm going to leave that insurance there just because it's multiple properties. I don't know how they're going to insure that. We need to get the information from the current owner. All right, so let's go over here. Our rent rolls bringing in currently 86.75. 86.75. Do we have any? What other fees do we have on here? Closing cost. If we're paying full price, we're definitely only not going to pay any agent commissions. Assignment fee, well, let's just put 10K in there. Months to hold, it's fully occupied, so there really is no months to hold to get it to where you need to be. Let's see. Yeah, it's fully occupied according to the rent roll. This rent roll doesn't have a date. Usually if it's vacant, it will say vacant. This is the rents they're collecting right now. So now we come over here, gas and electric. I would assume they're all on their separate meters. Don't know. That's a big lot. You're probably going to pay $250 a month. Garbage, I don't know, let's say 100. Property management, 7%. Vacancies, I mean, these are all long term, so we could really go with, let's see if it says anything. 5 building complex combines long-term income stability, future development potential. No, it doesn't say anything else. It does not say anything else about what these tenants. So in that case, I'm going to go 3%, 5% CapEx. How old is this thing? 1931. Yeah, this thing probably got a little bit of. This thing's going to be out of my. I'm not going to mess with this one because it is. Well, I can tell you what it is. It's not enough cash on cash return. That's coming in with 20%, 25%. So we're going to underwrite this as seller finance, or we'll look over here and see if we wanted to get 26% cash on cash, we need to get this thing at 540,000. It's highly unlikely considering they owe 400 and something thousand. When did they buy this property? Previous sales 2022. Wow, these guys are trying to make a lick. 630. It looks like they did some renovations and fully stabilized it. So they're selling on the fact that they have it stabilized, which is not bad. I mean, it's 8 units. I bought 4 units in Baton Rouge for 900,000 in 2022. All right. So for 10% cash on cash, you're looking at 832. We probably get these guys down, like 775 or something. For deep underwriting, I will be utilizing Manus.ai. This thing gives a complete breakdown of your property. with the information you feed it and also with the information that it finds online. This thing is crazy good. Like this one's a 9 unit. We're going to be moving on, but we can give this thing a new task with this address. All right, that'll take a few minutes. So let's go over here and mess with the numbers to see what we can offer. Let's go and underwrite this as a pad split as well. So if we were to rent out, so they got 13 bedrooms. So let's not add any bedrooms. Just go ahead and furnish it how it is. And the breakdown is 2, 2. So you got 2, 3, 4, 5 units that have their own bathroom, or 5 bedrooms that have their own bathroom. So 5 private, and what is that, 8? So the private in, well, let's go to pad split. I'll show you how to do this. So if you don't have a pad split account, you should go create a free one, a free host account, and go to resources and explore, and then you're going to put in the zip code. 33801. Lakeland. Nothing came up. There's no pad splits in here. So 33801. There's nothing, but you have the surrounding zip codes. So all 3 of these will take into account and just average it. Just somebody just hasn't put a property over here. They have them in all the other ones. So here we have is 204 and 279. This one we got 197 and 309. Here we got 170, no shared. And here we have 204 and 279. 279. So we're going to add these up, get our average, and that's how we're going to go. 204 plus 197 plus 170 plus 204 equals divided by 4. So our shared bathroom average is going to be 193. And then our private 279 plus 309 plus 279 equals divided by 3, 289. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to do 290 and 285 just to be on the safe side. 290 and 185, sorry. So that's bringing in $12,000 a month. significantly more than the long term. But with this model, you have way more expenses. As you can see, you're paying for utilities. So for eight units, I'm sure your utility bill is probably going to be around $2,000. And like I said, that's a big lot. Garbage for 8 units, let's say 50, so $400. Sewer, I would say 800, 1,000. I mean 100 a unit. Oh, internet. Internet is going to be $100 per, so you got $800 there. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. We would need to figure out how to stabilize our utility costs, if that's even possible, for this to make sense as a pad split. It's great long term if we get the price down. You don't really care for long term. Anytime you do a co-living model, you have to factor in your costs for utilities and Wi-Fi, everything. You're paying for everything: water, sewer, electric, Wi-Fi, landscaping, garbage, all of it. They're not paying for anything. They're just paying for a room, and a really good rate too, right? 300 max a week. That's crazy. Can't even stay at a hotel 2 nights and get out of there for 300. So let's go play with the numbers. So what do we need to offer to make sense, a little more sense over here? Well, we already know what we need to offer. So if we are offering 765, we got a 13% cash on cash return. It's pretty good. But let's go to a seller finance route. We know they have let's see here. They have a loan balance. Oh, here's their taxes and here's all their information, actually. Let me put this. All right, so we have loan balance 468, 3 and so 504, 3.55. It's going to be a hybrid deal. 900 down payment, but 5%, subject to balance was 468, 469. Let's just call it 470. $470. We got 504, 3.55. Okay. Their property taxes are 76, so it's more, and their insurance is more. 76 and 8,000. 76, 15, 8,000. So if we can get a seller finance note to match the interest on their loan, then we are at 32% cash on cash return. Only making about $1,700 a month. But let's go over here and see what Manis is. He's still working. My guy Manis is still working. This thing does not work as a pad split. There's just too many utilities and not enough income. Now let's do it if they were all 290 with what we have here. Let's go 13 and 0. Yeah. You would have to make this. So let's look at the breakdown again. You would have to add a bunch of bathrooms and probably a couple more rooms. So like in this 1,100 square foot house, we would retrofit that to be a 3-bed, 3-bath. We would try to squeeze another bath into here. And another bath into here. We'd have to another bath into here. This 1240, we would try to do 3-3. So what is all that? So if we had a 3-3, so that's 3, and then we're gonna add a bath there. 2-bed, 1-bath. It's gonna be a 2-bed, 2-bed. It's 2. That's gonna be a 1. Well, you got a 2-bed, 1-bath, so you just make this a 2-bed, 1-bath. So what I'm looking at here is square footage. So these right here, this can definitely be a 2-bed, 2-bath. We turn this into a 3-bed, 3-bath. Try. Squeeze another bedroom, the living room, turn the living room, and another bathroom. And then we'd have to add bath. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4. You can turn all of these into 2 2s or 2 1s since they're all the same square footage. So all these square footage, if this is a 2-1, why can't this be a 2-1? Unless the layout's real funky. So we're going to be 2, 4. Let's do the math here. So we're going to have private baths are going to be private and shared. So we're going to have a 2-1 here. So we got 2 shared. We're going to squeeze 720 square foot. I don't know if we could squeeze we're gonna have 2, 4, 6. So 2, 2. We'll have to add. And that's gonna be 2. That's 2. This is gonna be a 2, 2. So we got 2 over there. That's a 2, 1. So we got 2 more over here. This is gonna be a 2, 1. And this is gonna be a 2, 1. And then we're gonna make this a 3, 3. So we're now going to have 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 shared. Let's see what that works out to. 12 shared and 5 private. Oh, we're adding. So that's less. That wouldn't work. Without the layout, it's hard to tell what we can do with this property as it pertains to adding. But if we could do all shared all private bathrooms, then we would have 13 private baths, but you still need a couple more. You still need a couple more rooms in there for it to make sense, because that's a huge expense for only what was it, $1,700? I mean, if one thing goes wrong, then you're freaking hit. You're done. This, let's see, 0 here. Yeah, 16,000 income, 15,000 out. So, and these are all, rough estimates. I don't know what the energy costs are going to be, but for 8 separate units, you're going to spend $800 on Wi-Fi. The yard landscaping, that's $250 a month. That big old yard is 2.2 acres. Somebody's got to mow it. So I didn't put the landscaping in before, but the landscaping, you're at $851. So that doesn't work. But what does work is this seller finance long term. So if we kept it long term, then we'd be good. Let's see. We're still at the ask price of $900,000. This is with a $45,000 down payment, where they carry $385,000. We take over the Subto mortgage. They carry $385,000 at the same interest rate that their loan is in. Our PITI is $53.18, and then those are our hard expenses, and then our carrying cost. We got our garbage, landscape. I think garbage is going to be a little more. Property management, 7%. Vacancies, 3%. It's fully occupied, and CapEx. We don't know what's going on, but these are good numbers. Now, if they want a higher down payment, then maybe we come down. Our cash on cash is going to go down, but if we can get a reduction in price, considering, let's see if they want a higher down payment, like 8%. 8%. We're still at 28% cash on cash because all of our expenses, our hard expenses, go down. Oh, there you go. Thank you. So this could be a deal. We just have to structure it accordingly. And it's possible. No, I don't think you could do a Morby on this one. It wouldn't make any sense. You would want to take over the Subto loan. So I think this is a good opportunity for a hybrid if we can get the numbers that we want. All right, let's go to second property number 2. I'm going to create a new file for this one. This one's in Plant City, Florida. Don't know much about it outside of it's just closer to Tampa than Lakeland. I don't really know the population, but if the long-term numbers make sense, hey, let's go for it. All right, so let's go ahead and create us another document. This is going to be all right. This is the information we have on this guy. Eight bed, 8 bath. That's good. That's great for pet spot. We don't have to do anything. So it's 3 units, 1 bed, 1 bath, 1 studio, and 2 units, 2 bed, 2 bath. So you got some studios, 1 bed, 1 bath. I think the apartments and like the studios go a little bit more, but we'll run the numbers and see on the pad split data what that looks like. So let's go over here. We got another rent roll. Rent roll. I like this apartment brokers. They keep everything super organized. And then here's another, looks like some breakdown of the rents. All right, so 3 of them are renovated. 4 of them are renovated. Original tenant. What does that even mean? Original tenant. When was this place? Let's see. What's the date when this place was built? Year built and purchase price. Okay, must not be on the market. Let's go over here. I don't know what's up with Zillow in Florida. It is on the market. All right, so year built 1934. So we got some original tenants from 1934. I'm sure that's not what that means, but it's just kind of funny. Original tenant. All right. So they got 1 vacant unit. They're I don't know if these rents are market rent. We'll have to go and check on market. Oh, I forgot to go check on my Manus guy. This was for the last property we just did. So let's see, rental market. Average apartments range from 15 to 17. Studio, 1 bedroom, seeing the highest percentage increase. The market is dominated by properties commanding rents above 1,500. Okay. And what was our rents over here? Oh, they're way undervalued. According to this. So this is for the last property we had. The rents that they're charging are all around a little above 1,000. There's one that's at 1,500, close to 1,500. They got 1,200, 1,200, 1,000, 1,000, and then 850, 800. So according to this, they're well under what the market, the area is demanding, but 6% vacancy. This thing will even gives you your estimated cash flow or numbers after you factor in a DSCR investor loan at 75% of value. 8% cap rate. Yeah, the primary risk is significantly overpriced. Negative cash flow. Deferred maintenance, we'd have to understand what that is, if any. Okay. Passing on the investment at the current list price, negotiate a significant reduction of valuable investment would require a purchase price at or below appraised value of 550. Yeah, so this is not a buy. All right, so we have to do some serious negotiation on this property. This was the first one that we looked at, so we would need quite a bit more information to make an educated decision on this one. All right, let's continue on with the other one. So this one we have the rent rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they don't have the 7th one on here. Is this 6? This is 8 units, right? 6 units. I thought this was an 8-bed. 8-bed, 8-bath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the other 2 units? Let's go look at this guy. It's a 6-unit multifamily located in Plant City. Okay, has 8 beds and 8 baths, not 8 units. Got it. 6-unit. That makes sense. So we could run it as pad split, although I don't think pad split's in Plant City. I could be wrong. Let's run it out of the long term first and see what we come up with. So their asking price is 700. So we're gonna go over here, traditional 700, which we would have to come in with 25%. That out. DSCR loan is going to be about 7. Okay, income. So current income is it 56? Well, I got 2 different numbers here, so this is from July. Maybe this is more recent. I don't know. Let's just go on a high number, 6941. That's current. That's what all of these rented. So that's going to be that. So that's going to be the pro forma. That's going to be if all of them are rented. 6941 is going to be here. Oops, is the wrong one. 6941. And then actual as of right now is 5742. 5742. Okay. So our hard expense, fixed expense for our loan is 4,800. We get garbage and landscaping. Well, this is a much smaller property. Let's see. Half an acre. And most of it is gravel. So our landscaping costs will be down. It is a long term, so I don't think we're going to be paying for garbage much. Say $100 a month. That. All right. Do we have a deal? Nope. No deal. Too high of a price, not enough income. Now, I'm curious, what is market rents for? Well, let's do it. Let's do a pad split. Let me get ahead of myself. So 33563. 33563. Plant City is right here. Is that Tampa? Yep. All right, right in the heart. Good. So 196 and 301. 196 and 301. We're at 301 because it's got 8 beds, 8 baths. 301. I can tell you right now, this one is most likely going to work as a pad split. Oh. So our water and sewer, 6 units. Gas and electric. We have 11 over there. We're paying 1,000. Garbage. Wi-Fi on 6 units. Unless they have like, I don't know, Wi-Fi might have like a expanded package where you could just like get maybe 2 or 3 units on one router, or have like extenders and just have really powerful. Instead of paying $100 a unit, you might be able to get a bundle and it works out to like $75 a unit. I don't know. Landscaping, that one don't have much. House cleaning, same. Okay, no, still doesn't work as a pad split. Not if we're buying traditionally. Okay, this does not work as a traditional buy. I think they got the prices way too crazy. Let's see if we have comparables. So this 6-unit, 7-bed, 5-bath. Is this the same freaking one? No, it's a neighbor though. Wait a minute. 507. No, neighbor. So the neighbor just sold for 450, and this guy thinks he could sell for 700. Let's see. Palm Haven Apartments needs rehab. Let's see what happened with this property. When did these guys buy this property? Before and after. Okay, so they bought for 450. Is this the same on 3/21/25? Is the same property? That's weird. Must be the same property. I guess it's not, but it's awfully weird how the date is exactly the same. Or 3/20. This was 3/20. This one's 3/21. Maybe you bought both of them. And yeah, unless, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. It seems, I don't like to assume, but it's the same parking lot. So yeah, this is the same building. So he bought it for 450 at a 7-bed, 5-bath, and now it's at an 8-bed, 8-bath. So he's done a little bit of renovation on it. Okay, cool. But not all units are renovated. Still doesn't work as a traditional purchase. Doesn't make sense. Unless the market rents are a little higher up. Let's go check that. So we'll go to rents.com. Oh, rent.com, sorry. All right. We have 33563. So a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,500. This one's 1,800. This one's 1,700. These are a little bit bigger communities. And they have pools, better amenities. So what are we getting rent over here? Looks like it's still under.
Daddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to watch a shark movie.
Shark?
Yeah.
Why don't you go play? Daddy's on a video right now.
I really want to watch a shark movie that eats people.
Oh, he wants to watch shark people get eaten by sharks. Let Daddy finish this and then go talk to Mama real quick. All right.
Oh, talking mean to me.
What?
Oh, talking super mean to me.
All right. Well, go.
Every single home will say.
Are you saying she's mean because she says no?
No. Well, that's.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Got 2 little kiddos. All right. Where were we? So it looks like this 1,300 might be where a renovated unit should be. They're getting 1,300 for, this doesn't even make sense. They're getting 1,300 for a 1-bed, 1-bath. They just haven't upped the rent yet. So if they're getting 1,300, then we can get a pro forma of, well, that one you wouldn't. I would keep that at 1,000. But if you're getting 1,300 for a 1 bed, 1 bath, I would do all of these at 1,300. But let's go check and see rent.com to see if what their 1 bed, 1 baths are going for. No. Dude, I just want one. $1,249. $1,000. So don't know. Where are we located? Yes.
Shucks.
All right, let's go here to pro forma.
I'm gonna talk to a peaceful.
So our pro forma is a little bit better, 5.7. So our pro forma is 69.41. So that's what they have, I guess, what they're offering, or maybe what is current. I don't know. I don't have enough information. This one was printed out on 7/31. So these could be renovated, and this could be full by now. We don't know. Well, these are still unrenovated. So
Hey, Daddy.
69.41 is what we're going to go with. I think we could probably get more, according to, at least for the 2 bedrooms. This 2 bedroom is less than this one. That doesn't make sense to me, but all right. So now we just need to work on the price or creative offer. So let's go see if these people have a loan mortgage. They have a mortgage of 6.89%.
Want to workshops.
400,000.
People. Shucks.
Hybrid.
People. Shucks. People. Shucks. People.
Sharks eat people, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So hybrid with a loan at 400,000, 6.89%. And this loan started, oh goodness, 2025. Come on, buddy.
What?
My little guy's playing with my chair. All right, now let's see what we got. On pro forma, 7.9% cash on cash, and that's with only putting down 5%.
Only me and Daddy.
All right. Oh, kiddo wants a shark movie. So, in my opinion, the current market rate or the price that they're asking for is way too high. I think a 600 valuation would probably be better for us. It doesn't work. So even at 600,000, 22% cash on cash, but your cash flow is only $800. That's $100 per. Well, that's a little more than $100 per per unit. It's not great, I don't think. Well, I know it's not great. It's horrible. And it still doesn't even cash flow as a pad split. Now, I'm looking at veteran housing. So veteran housing in Hillsborough County is around $1,000 for a shared bedroom a month. So that's $250 a week. But the great thing about that is you take away this 12%. So this still doesn't even work as a veteran housing. Well, vacancies is a little high. We had vacancies a little high over here. Veteran housing, our vacancies is going to be a lot lower. Still doesn't cash flow. It's because the expenses, the utilities, and our monthly. So now if we got this down, let's see if it made sense if we got this down to 3%. Nope. Long term is about the only way to go on this, but again, it's a little rough to take on, $600,000, $700,000 worth of debt for, let's just call it $1,000 a month. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, your cash on cash return is good if you come in with only 5%. Yeah. So this, in my opinion, is no deal. Well, this concludes my episode of underwriting. If you have any questions or have any deals that you want to underwrite, you could send them to me. I also provided 2 calculators in the description below, this calculator and an on-market calculator that I use for cash deals that we'll go over on another episode where I have cash deals to show you. So hope y'all enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Peace.